Is Assassin's Creed Shadow a good game? How does it compare to its predecessors? Well, in Jump Inside Versus mode, that's the question we ask. It's the 5th game in its gen of Assassins, which is what I like to say, because it's the 5th game after Origins, and Origins when it felt like it went more RPG style. We'll be putting up against Assassin's Creed 3, which is kind of its 5th in its gen of the original Assassins, which is what I like to say the Gen 1 style of Assassins, and we'll also be putting it up against Syndicate, which is its 2nd of its gen, which is Gen 2 of also I like to say, because they only had Unity and Syndicate, which were very much the same game style. Anywho, that's what Versus mode is here for, so let's find out which game we like the best. Also, to add in here, we do timestamp our videos, so if you want to jump to any portion of this video that you're interested in, then please click so down below. Anyway, let's get on with it. Now, we'll start off with the game Assassin's Creed 3. And yes, in this game, you get a band of assassins that you get to distribute to attack the enemy, like so. This comes in really handy when you just want to take out a section of enemies really fast without having to do much of the fighting yourself. Connor has 3 main attacks, which is attack, counter, and break defense. Now, at certain points in this game, you might see a yellow symbol, which that means someone's going to take a shot at you. You can do certain things like have a human shield to be able to not get hit by the gun. You can also break a defense of someone by taking their weapons off them, knocking out their hands, and making it slightly easy for you to take them down. Now, certain enemies are a little bit stronger than others, so you have to just watch out for them. And sometimes you can even do a double takedown, which launches a little cinematic of you taking down 2 of the bad guys at the same time, which is really cool. Basically though, watch out for that red symbol, and when it comes at you, just do a counter and attack, and you can pretty much take them down. Now, moving on to one of my more favourite and up there when it comes to Assassin's Creed games. Yes, I know I do have favourites above this, but this is a very nice game for me to play. And as we get into talking about the combat, in fact, there is one thing that I just want to mention first. Jacob is supported by his clan of the Rooks, and the Rooks will support him in taking down bad guys. So anytime you're in a situation where there are bad guys about, the Rooks will come in and assist you and take down the guards with you. Which makes Jacob probably one of the most powerful assassins in London at the time. And if you eliminate the Rooks and you just want to focus on Jacob himself, well, Jacob, he is a badass fighter himself. See, Jacob, and I'm talking about complete Jacob, the 100% Jacob that I have in my save file, if anyone comes to attack him, you just press the counter button and he eliminates the bad guy. I mean, there's nothing more cooler than just walking up to a bad guy and then them going into their fighting stance and then you eliminating them in like half a second. It's just beautiful. Or walking into a room with more than one bad guy in, ready to fight you. And then they look like they've got the upper hand, but you just take them down without getting a scratch on you whatsoever. Again, also just beautiful just to be able to take everyone down with no effort at all. Honestly, when it comes to fighting inside this game, I absolutely love it as Jacob, and that's just the base fighting skill. I could go over more stuff if I was doing a full-on review of this game. Now, unlike Syndicate and unlike Assassin's Creed 3, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, the fighting is a lot more intense and challenging, and to be honest with you, I found it hard and died quite a lot. See, one of the things is right at the beginning of the game, or at least the 8 hours of the game that I played, you have a health button that you can heal up with, and you've also got a health bar. If you're in the middle of combat, you won't automatically heal, so you've got to choose when to heal. But picking your battles wisely is very important, because if you go up against an opponent that's quite strong, then you might have to use a health kit. And when you use a health kit, that will make you one less health kit available to use in a future fight. So unless you plan on killing some enemies and looting them to gain more health kits, you've got to be aware that you've only got so many health kits in this game. And from what I've played so far, the enemy attacks are really fast. So you have a block, you have a light attack and a strong attack, and you also have a dodge. And using these combined will help you out in fights. However, if you mess up or you do something wrong, the enemy is very likely to get a hit on you, and at the beginning of the game your health isn't that strong, so you are likely to get really well damaged. So you've really got to pay attention when you're in combat, otherwise you're going down. Next, we'll talk about something that needs to be included and needs to be done right when you play Assassin's Creed games, and that is the stealth of the game. Being able to hide behind areas, being able to duck out of cover. In this game, you can hide in bushes, which comes in very handy when you're playing this game. I don't think it needs to be said, but when you're hiding in these carts, you can whistle over guards, and you can take them out and hide their bodies within. If a guard spots you, they may come over to your area to find out if you're actually there. You will see triangle symbols above their heads when they're trying to search the area that they think that you're in. There's also the ability to climb things and hide from guards in climbable locations. See, when you climb high, it's harder for guards to spot you. It's not impossible, but it's harder for them to spot you when you're in positions like this. Now, in this particular game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you can go in stealth mode. There's actually a button to activate and not activate stealth. And when you're in stealth mode, he'll put his hat away and you will be able to go into this undercover stealth mode with a hood instead. Now, I didn't really use Eagle Vision that much in the previous game, but in this game, it really does come in handy when it comes to the stealth mechanics, because you can literally see people through walls and everything, and it just lets you know where everyone is. So you can see where the target is, and you can kind of see all the guards. So it kind of helps with stealth mode, because you know exactly where you want to go and who's inside what room. Inside stealth mode, you can also see this circle around you, and you can also like hide kind of behind walls. I say you can hide behind walls. You can do it so much. You get this circle around you that has the volume meters. You can hear where conversations are coming from. It's really nice just to be able to use this to your advantage and be able to use all those indicators to take down enemies without them even noticing you. It's brilliant. Assassin's Creed Syndicate had stealth very well done. I really much enjoyed it. To be able to go in and out of stealth mode whenever I feel, and to be able to have all these abilities around me for when I did. Yes, I absolutely loved the stealth mode in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. One thing I really wanted to narrow down was how awesome some of this stealth skill is inside this particular game. You can go all the way on the floor and completely stay hidden when it comes to being in shadows. In the daytime, this doesn't really work, but in the nighttime, it works really well. The game's going to really heavily want you to be as stealthy as possible, and one thing that they've really brought back, I'm really happy about, they have brought back Eagle Vision instead of an eagle flying through the air. That means you get to see where the enemy are. It's brilliant. And to go around city areas and to avoid the enemy as I'm trying to find out where they all are, I can just go into Eagle Vision, I can slyly sneak around the city without anyone spotting me, and I can just take down my targets very easily because of the tools that I've given to you. However, it's very easy also to get caught as well. So after Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, we get Connor, and Connor grew up in this outdoor wilderness area, which means Connor can climb buildings like the other assassins can, but Connor can also climb trees. It's the first time the game series introduced to us climbing trees, and Connor can climb trees very well. In fact, I'd probably like to say it's second nature to him, considering how easily he can climb trees. He could probably play the game floor is lava without even having to touch the ground in a lot of these outdoor back areas. Now, I don't remember if you can do this in Revelations, but in Assassin's Creed 3, you can also run through buildings. You can't actually stay inside them, but it does allow you to run through them. So, if, for example, you're doing some parkouring through the city and you're climbing around buildings, you can just go over and through buildings. Okay, so you know the drill by now. This is Assassin's Creed Syndicate Parkor, and basically we're going to take a look at this mission right over here. This is where we are going to climb Elizabeth Tower, and this I absolutely love for an Assassin's Creed game. You get a zip line to maneuver around obstacles. Honestly, thank you so much for giving me a zip line. I loved using this so much. It just gets you around the city so much faster. It feels kind of like a cheat, but honestly, yes, I absolutely 100% love getting around by using a zip line. And yes, there is still parts in this game where you do still have to climb around buildings, and you still do that quite a bit. But the zipline makes it that little bit easier to get to places that would have taken you a while to climb up and down. Now we move over to Assassin's Creed Shadows, and in Assassin's Creed Shadows, our assassin here has the ability to climb, and she also has a rope to pull her up edges she can't get to. This can come in handy with certain edges because a lot of these places inside this game have overhangs, and it's easier for her to climb up the overhangs with this particular tool, which makes that tool really useful. Other than that, pretty much every other climbing mechanic in this game is pretty simple and is pretty much the same as every other Assassin's Creed game. You press a button to go upwards, and then you press another button to go downwards, and you just push her forward depending what way you want to go. So it's pretty much as simple as that. Okay, we'll move on to locations next, and in this game here, this Assassin's Creed 3, we get to explore the area of Boston. I'm not quite sure if this is what Boston looks like, because I've never actually been, but this is Boston according to the game. You've also got the area to explore of New York. Yes, this is New York, and you get to explore this area as well. Now, unfortunately, this isn't modern day or anything close to modern day, so you can't visit Times Square or anything, but you know, it's still New York. You get to walk around New York for a bit. And you've also got the frontier, which is where I am right now. This is where all the trees are, and this is where you can climb and go around all trees and do loads of parkour stuff. Yes, this is probably easier to doing parkour to get around the frontier area than actually walking around it. In this game, they decided to go back to the splitting up different areas. So there are locations that you get to visit, and they're separated into 4 different map zones. So you get to go to any one of them, you get to pick any one of them you want to go to, and you get to explore around whichever area that you want to explore. So yeah, there you go. And taking a look at Assassin's Creed Syndicate, there are so many locations that I absolutely love in this game that I actually recognize as well. Like, for example, this is Buckingham Palace. This is the Green Park area. This is Parliament and Elizabeth Tower. This, I believe, is St. Paul's Cathedral, and you've got locations like this within the game. There's not everything in London, because it's only the central London, but there are things that you will recognise. There are a few things you recognise in these little areas. And this is mainly because the time when Assassin's Creed Syndicate took place, it's so close to present day. It's not quite present day, but it's close to present day enough for some of these buildings to be complete and to how they look today. And because of that, you can play this game, you can enjoy it, you can have fun around London, and you can also go, look, I recognise that area. It's cool, I love it. And I think that's the tricky part with putting things in the past. As much as I love this, and I think that this feels like Japan, I don't actually know that. I mean, I don't recognise certain buildings, I don't recognise certain scenery. When they take these games this far back, it's really cool. We get to have a samurai experience, and that's really the main source of the game. Overall, it did feel like I was exploring Japan as an assassin. It felt good, it felt like I was exploring temples and all that kind of stuff, and yes, I really much enjoyed it. So far, I've only put 8 hours into this game, and already it just feels like I'm in this brand new area in the world, and I think it's really cool. So yeah, we'll move on with the next section. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is target. And I love the part where you take out a Templar target in Assassin's Creed. For those of you who don't know, you play as an assassin, you have to try and take out Templars. When you do, and you take out a proper target, you will get driven into this animation where everything around you will fade out, and it will just be you and your target alone in an absent space of nothingness. And you'll just have a conversation, and then you will learn information, and then you'll get put back into the game world again. And that's just kind of how Assassin's Creed 3 did it. It was very natural, very how they did it from Assassin's Creed 1, just keeping true to that, keeping that conversation flowing between you and the target. And also in this game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, everything is pretty much the same. You're in a white area, it's between you and the target, it's a little conversation, it splits you off from the rest of the world. Again, yes, absolutely love it. It keeps that same momentum. It keeps Assassin's Creed at the core. And in Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's a little bit different. There's no actual white place with just them two. Right now, it's literally a cutscene of where they are and what happened to them. So, in this particular target, she just takes him down there and then. The cutscene is right here. There is no fade to white, have that one-on-one moment. It's just her in this world with the target. So, yeah. So, overall, which one do you like the best? Do you like Assassin's Creed 3? Do you like Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Do you like Assassin's Creed Shadows? Or is there a completely different Assassin's Creed that you love? I think I kind of still like Syndicate out of those three, to be completely fair, just because the parkour is excellent. But when it comes to fighting, I think the fighting's really well done inside Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, I'm going to give it points for that. Anyway, without no further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on another Jump Inside episode. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.